money that you earn through your income from your employer, that money goes into a bank, right? And that takes time, and you usually receive it only twice a month. And then if you want to take that money and invest it in the stock market, you've got to, connect your account through Plaid or whatever interface they have, and then move that money, which, ACHs, and takes a day or two. And then you can trade it. And maybe there's even another day before you can trade it. So you're talking about, money coming in 2 days a month, taking, 1 to 3 days for you to take that money and then be able to invest it in the market. That's lost economic value, right? Those few days. Imagine if your income is streamed to you daily. Imagine that you can borrow against future income. Imagine that the second that you have money, you can go buy something with it. And the second you sell it, you can go buy something else. That your money is earning yield that entire time. And then, as Stacy said, imagine taking assets that are yield generating and being able to use those as payment and settlement for goods and services. We call this PayFi, and we really think this is the future of financialization.
Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video banger. Everybody buckle up your seatbelts, because today is going to be one of those in-depth videos that you're not going to want to miss. We're going to be showing physical proof that the financial ecosystem is transforming at an unprecedented pace, one that most individuals cannot even fathom. And it is happening right before our very eyes. We're going to confirm every single thing that we've been touting on the CYPRX platform, that you all should be earning yield on your digital assets, starting to get your cryptocurrency to work for you, getting paid out every single day, earning yield, compounding, and growing your wealth in the now through the utilization of DeFi. All of that is going to be confirmed in today's video breakdown. Trillions of dollars are going to flood into the cryptocurrency asset ecosystem, and we're going to, again, show you all of that via panel discussions and fundamentals that are never going to reach the mainstream media. So if you all enjoy video breakdowns like this, do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the platform if you're not already. It does help this channel grow. And when you smash that thumbs up button, it does boost the algorithm and push these video breakdowns out to more individuals like yourself. Now, before we get started, I just wanted to touch on making sure that you guys go back and watch this yield playlist. I know that I've said it before, but it will all start to make sense via this video breakdown if you go back and you watch some of the video breakdowns in this particular playlist, which you can go and you can find on the CYPRX platform, confirming that financial institutions are interested in DeFi, confirming that they are the ones telling you all that you should be earning yield on your digital assets. This isn't coming up from the top of my dome, Cypress telling you guys you should be earning yield. No, this is coming from an institutional perspective, and I'm going to show you that again in today's video breakdown. So first, let's just go over here. I'm going to share some PDFs with you guys, just confirming that they are telling the world through documents via these large organizations, these financial institutions, that there is a ongoing transformation happening behind the scenes. Now, again, the mainstream media is never going to share this information with you all. If you all want to tap into this information, all of the video clips, the panel discussions, the documents that I'm going to share with you all today are all shared with inside our private CYPRX Discord via our private CYPRX researchers that share hundreds upon hundreds, I'm not even exaggerating, of fundamentals every single week that never reach the mainstream. If you guys want to tap into that, you want access to that research, head over to CYPRXtrading.com. We would love to have you on the team. There's so much value that CYPRX gives. So we're going to start here. Tokenization, realizing the vision of a future financial ecosystem. This is from August through September 2024. So this is a recent document, right? Now, right here, this is just the forward. It says, and we're just going to confirm this, in an era of rapid technological advancements, shifting economic paradigms, and evolving market demands, the landscape of asset management and financial systems is undergoing a profound transformation. You all see that right there, right? So this is not CYPRX trying to make it up and make it conspiracy that we're going through a transformation in our financial ecosystem. No, they are telling you this. And who is telling you this? Let's just take a look at some of the entities featured in this particular report. Just to name a few that you're most likely familiar with, you got Walmart right here. Everybody knows what Walmart is. We got BMW here. Most of you all, especially in America or even in Europe, know what a BMW is, okay? Major car manufacturing industry. We got PG&E, right? Major electricity distributor in the United States. You have Chainlink, you got Ripple, you got Stellar, you got R3 Corridor, you got banks on this report, right? PwC, you got, who else? We got Deloitte, major consulting firms on this report, okay? So this information where they're telling you that there is an ongoing shift in our financial system, right? It literally says profound transformation. This is not coming from some Joe Schmo hocus pocus, random guy on the street. Okay, this is coming from the organizations that run this world that you most likely utilize on a day-to-day basis. All right. Now, right down here, I just wanted to share this with you. It says digital assets and platforms, top enterprise blockchain platforms of 2024. We can see Ripple is on there, Stellar is on there. Personally, those are the three that I'm predominantly familiar with. There are also a couple others like Solana. There's also Chainlink, which I'm not too familiar with, but again, to each his own, do your own personal research. I'm sure that some of you, as my viewers, are most likely familiar with these ones as well. Okay, so I thought that I'd share that with you all. Next, we're going to come over here. This is a document from Accenture. Accenture is an organization that helps federal entities, governmental entities, large organizations with digital transformation and the evolutionary process of adopting new technologies. Okay, so you can see right here, Accenture federal services in this document. I just want to read a couple of snippets, and through these documents, what we're doing is we're just confirming that these perspectives, that the financial transformation is happening behind the scenes, is not coming from me. I want you guys to see that I'm not making that up, and I want to share information that, again, like I mentioned, is never going to reach the mainstream from updated documents. Okay. A modern maturity model. Pay attention to this key vocabulary word, because as we get into the video clips, we're actually going to hear one of the panelists discuss and talk about in the first video clip that we play how the cryptocurrency ecosystem has matured significantly over the past consecutive couple of years. So it says for the federal oversight of digital assets. Again, keep in mind that word federal. Executive summary. That's all we're going to read here, and then we're going to scroll down to another piece. It says, digital assets are no longer a niche interest limited to technology firms and early adopters. Average citizens, small businesses, and governments are creating, buying, and selling digital assets. This has profound implications for federal missions, and economic value is increasingly digitized and tokenized. Federal agencies must rapidly mature their knowledge and capabilities to analyze, forecast, regulate, and facilitate digital asset activity. So if they're telling federal agencies, again, that regulate everybody, that control everybody, that set rules and foundations for us as normal citizens to interact and cooperate together, right? They're telling them to mature in their knowledge on this digital asset ecosystem. What do you think you, as an average citizen, should be doing to keep up pace with the changing tides? Again, use your own brain and your own logical thinking to answer that question, right? Now, right down here, it says, together, the adoption and innovation in digital assets makes it imperative for agency leaders to make strategic investments. I highlighted that right there because it's literally telling federal agencies, okay, to make strategic investments into the digital asset ecosystem. Meeting these challenges require not only better data and enterprise tooling, but also in-house knowledge and skills and a well-defined, holistic, and scalable process. To align investments on goals and minimize risks, agencies need a comprehensive approach for identifying and assessing where they are today. And it talks about a maturity model for digital assets. So in this, they're telling federal agencies at the end of the day that they need to make strategic investments into this space. So again, to each his own. I'm not telling you guys to go out and do that, but what do you think as a average retail investor, if federal agencies and governments and large organizations are actively being told to make strategic investments and gain knowledge on this space, what do you think you should be doing? Okay. So I'll leave it right there for this particular fundamental PDF. Now let's scroll up to the top of this one. I like this one as well, because again, this is an updated fundamental piece from April of this year, 2024, Swiss Risk Association. Now, let's just go down here, and I want to show you all who is involved with this type of slide, this type of PDF. It says, Francesco Mochi Sismondi. Francesco has a 20-plus year career as a risk management executive serving several global banks and a crypto asset provider. With expertise in the domain of operational and enterprise risk, implementing risk frameworks, governance and internal control, and transformational programs operating across the European and Asian markets and jurisdictions. Francesco has also recently found an educational and advisory platform. All right, so just want to show you guys that individuals that participated in this particular little presentation, they're not just random people. They're people with valid credentials, okay? 20 plus years at global banks, okay? Traditional finance coming to the digital asset ecosystem. And right down here, it says, digital assets are inevitable, right? So that was the first little tiny key highlight of this, which I liked. Then right down here, it also mentions The regulatory landscape opacity is clearing up. You can see ETF approvals in the United States. DLT Act came into force. MiCA regulations came into force. Hong Kong, Singapore, UAE regulatory frameworks all in place. UK, US, and the rest of the world are still in working progress. And it gives some dates here, 2024/2025, and shows you all that that is under construction, right? So we're seeing massive developments. And then right here it says, if your clients have not asked already about digital assets, they will. That is a massive statement right there. Okay. Now, scrolling right down here, remember I've mentioned, what are you going to do? Again, I mentioned this in the yield playlist on the CYPRX platform. If you have not watched that, go back and watch it. What are you going to do to combat against the devaluation of your fiat currency? And would you look at this? Coming from a Swiss Risk Association PDF, it literally tells you the problem with fiat money is its decay by design, the debasement of the dollar over time. It's going to continue to unfold at an unprecedented pace. And how are you going to combat against that? Whether that's through earning yield on your dollars much more rapidly than it's devaluating, okay, which is possible through the utilization of DeFi, or through investing in assets that tend to appreciate against a declining dollar, like cryptocurrency, gold, commodities, so on and so forth. These large institutions and organizations are the ones telling you. And so I just wanted to share that with you as well. Right. And you will know what I'm talking about if you've watched the yield playlist. So we're going to come back. We have two more fundamental PDFs, but we'll full circle back to these in just 1 second. Let's head over to the video clips, keeping in mind via the first video clip that I'm going to play, where this Accenture document talks about a level of maturity that the digital asset ecosystem is starting to attain and reach. So let's stop share. Let's head over here. The first video clip we're going to play, it's going to mention and talk about how your digital assets should be working for you. So let's take a second and let's listen to this representative on stage. And when we share these video breakdowns, I want you all to pay attention to the amount of views that these videos have. Every single video breakdown that I'm going to share with you in today's video has hardly any views, which is just going to show you that, again, here at CYPRX, we are tapped in and sharing information with you all that not a lot of people are paying attention to. The 1% of the 1% of the 1% of people, not only in the digital asset ecosystem, but in the world, are paying attention to the information that we're providing here. So do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button. And like I mentioned, subscribe to the platform. It does help this channel grow. I know that you all probably hate hearing it. I honestly get tired of saying it, but it really does help and we do appreciate it. So let's listen to what this gentleman here has to say. We're going to go back to roughly about 4 minutes and 5 seconds. This is a video breakdown that was uploaded only 7 months ago. So from the beginning of this year, meaning it's relatively new, labeled Unleashing the Power of DeFi. Okay. It has 89 views, ladies and gentlemen, 89 freaking views. That goes to show that nobody in crypto on the mainstream is watching this. Check out and listen to what this gentleman says.
Some great examples. David, can you tell me more about what the lending protocol look like?
Sure. So if you're already living in a crypto native economy, right, you're holding Bitcoin, you're holding Ethereum, the natural question becomes, okay, what can I do with it, right? And, if we're going to build up finance in a totally decentralized way, we have to reabsorb these old use cases from the financial world. Lending's a really obvious one. Aave, Compound, there's a bunch of popular protocols. I particularly like Thorchain because you can use native Bitcoin, native Ethereum. They just launched lending as well. But there's no wrappers, there's no bridges. It really takes a lot of the intermediaries out of the process and just lets you hold your own custody of that native asset and put it to work, right? So I really like people pushing the...
Right. So I'll end it there. Keywords, put it to work. He mentioned putting your digital assets to work, which is the whole basis behind what I'm trying to get you guys to see today. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, through the utilization of DeFi, you can earn yield on your digital assets. Now we have an entire A to Z course on how to do this, how to get involved, how to fixate your mind around going from the HODL mindset to the DeFi mindset to deploy your digital assets or start a whole entire brand new portfolio to start earning yield in the form of passive income on the digital assets that you hold most valuable and dear to your heart right now. I cannot stress enough that if you're not tapped into DeFi right now, if you're not earning yield, if your assets are just sitting in cold storage and you're wondering when the bull market's going to happen and when you're going to make money, you could be making money right now. Even if it's $5, $10, $20, $30 a day, through the power of compound interest and constantly rebumping that money back into your account. I'm telling you guys right now, it's monumental what you can accomplish through DeFi. And again, we break all of that down in a well educational platform, over 100 videos now, probably more than 100 videos, all on the CYPRX trading website via the Wealth 28 Club. Literally, it's cut and dry for you guys. Step 1, step 2, step 3, how to do it, how to get involved, how to educate yourself, what platforms to look at, what wallets, how to integrate. It's insane the amount of value that we give, and it's $28. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot get yourself a seat, get educated. As you all saw, Accenture telling large organizations that they should get educated. What do you all think you should be doing? We got people on stage telling you all, get your digital assets working for you. 89 views on this. Nobody's paying attention to this right now. I'm telling you guys right now. Okay, so let's move over. Let's head over to this next video clip. And this is the video clip where the gentleman says that the digital asset ecosystem has matured in correlation with the fundamental piece from Accenture that mentions a level of maturity that the crypto ecosystem is starting to achieve. So let's take a second and let's listen to this representative on stage. And like I mentioned, I'm going to, fixate on the views that these videos have, excuse me. This is from 10 months ago. So again, within the recent year. And it says, what's next? Crypto's past, present, and future, and only has 263 views. All right. So let's take a second and listen to what this gentleman has to say.
We have a very, very broad topic. I'm going to start with the past. I'm going to ask you guys to vent a bit. How has the past year been? Are you fine? Like from 1 to 10?
The past year, I mean, I've been around a long time, so I've seen the, all the way back to the 2013 cycle where we had the Mt. Gox collapse. At the time, Mt. Gox represented 90% of all trading volume. I mean, I think people forget how devastating that was. That was pretty dismal. Also, crypto was considered just money for drug dealers and money launderers. Crypto is now well respected. There's no institutions in the space. There's very little content, other than a few prominent individuals like the Winklevi. No one really cared. I think when we look at the last year or two, crypto has really evolved over this time to become a very mature, in my perspective, quite mature where it came, from where it came from. So I think we've seen institutions validate it. We've got a lot of enthusiasm with the Bitcoin ETF. That's huge news. Including big institutions like BlackRock coming in with that. So I think while we're in a bear market, we've never been in a better place, I think, in terms of visibility and credibility in the space.
So keep in mind what he just said, because remember this video is from almost a year ago, 10 months ago. He said, while we are in a bear market, okay, I don't think we've ever been in a better place. That is so bullish via the long-term perspective. He said that while we are in a bear market. We're not in a bear market, in my personal opinion, anymore, give or take some trials and tribulations that we may experience in the short term. But he confirmed institutional interest in this space, that the market has matured from when he first got involved back in 2013. That is an exponential statement, sitting on stage and most likely presenting this information in front of organizations, large institutions, regulators, so on and so forth. So just keep that in mind. Again, 263 views on this particular video breakdown. Let's get into another one. In this particular video breakdown, this is an individual representative that spoke on stage at Davos in 2024 at the beginning of the year, the World Economic Forum. But just listen to what this gentleman has to say about how large of a magnitude of money is about to flood into this digital asset ecosystem. All right, let's take a second and let's listen to what he has to say.
So that serious money, serious talents can actually come and help and innovate on real use cases. For example, in Thailand, once we have legalized the whole space, there are 2 major banks now acting as a cryptocurrency service provider in the country. So I'm sure there'll be new innovations happening soon. That was my first point. And my second point is that ETFs is acting as a catalyst. We're at the inflection point now. There'll be an order of magnitude more financial products built on top of digital assets soon.
He said there will soon be an order of magnitude of institutions that start to build on chain. Okay, that is going to play a significant role as we flip over towards the fundamental pieces that I have to read for you guys, the last 2 pieces, seeing the ongoing developments that are happening behind the scenes right now. So keep that in mind. He said an order of magnitude of financial institutions that are set to come soon. All right, let's roll over into this fundamental piece. This is where we're going to get into stable coins. Okay, this lady right here, I've played video clips of her before, and what she focuses on in this particular video breakdown, again, another video from just 4 months ago, only has 834 views. showing you all that yet again, people are not paying attention to this information. This is from the Digital Pound Foundation. And what she mentions, this is going to go hand in hand with what I've been trying and attempting to share with you guys on the yield platform playlist, right? On the CYPRX YouTube. Go watch that if you haven't. Cannot stress enough. You won't really understand what I'm talking about if you haven't watched that playlist. She talks about earning money every single day through the utilization of stablecoins. Right now, that is not possible through our normal payment system. If you have a job, most likely you get paid once a month, or you get paid twice a month, or you get paid bi-weekly, something like that, right? Or maybe even once a week. Through stablecoins, through the utilization of DeFi, through this new financial system, okay, digital assets, you can get paid every single day. And that's going to play a key role in another video clip that I'm going to play. And what I've been trying to tell you guys is that through DeFi, you can earn passive income. And I'm going to show you guys another example every single day, even if it's $5, $10, $20. And you can take that money and you can roll it over into another position. You can start earning yield on that money every single day. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait for the financial system anymore. You don't have to wait for your checks to clear. You don't have to wait for the banks to pay you out. Okay, you can deploy money on these DeFi protocols. You can earn yield. You can take that yield that you earn in the minute, in the hour, on the day, on the week, on the month, and you can roll that into stable coins that are earning yield, and you can constantly be earning on your digital assets every single freaking day. And if you understand how powerful that is and what I'm trying to say to you guys, you will want to head over to CYPRXtrading.com, get educated at a minimum, right? Join the group, join the club, but at least at a minimum, start to get educated. I cannot stress enough. I'm not here to try to sell you guys to get you to come and enroll in our program. No, I'm trying to get you to educate yourself so that way you can benefit from this information. And when you see the power that is at your fingertips through nothing but a mobile device and an internet connection, you stop thinking, oh, he's just trying to get me in his club. And you start seeing, oh, he's actually trying to help me get educated on this new financial system. Okay, so listen to what these people are saying, because this information is not coming from me. This information is coming from regulators, from large institutional organizations, from people that work at the Digital Pound Foundation. So take a second and let's listen to what she has to say.
Cash out and in at multiple trading venues. However, stablecoins quickly evolved to be considered as a convenient payment mechanism, giving their ability to remit money worldwide seamlessly 24/7. Use cases for stablecoins continue to rapidly evolve given their digitally native attributes and open source design, which allows them to be seamlessly integrated into digital applications that are cross-compatible with other systems and that settle transactions nearly instantly. These features are in sharp contrast with the off-chain closed system operations of traditional banks and payment services, which can still require days to settle. Today, stablecoins are opening up access to more effective cross-border payments, more transparent and effective humanitarian and disaster relief, and providing meaningful financial services to underbanked individuals and businesses who have been historically woefully underserved. Stablecoins, in essence, provide true real-time money at the speed and transparency of the internet, not just simply sitting on top of the internet like some fintech solutions introduced over the last decade have evolved, but integrated within the very fabric of the internet itself. And that open source capability of blockchain technology and digital currency tokens that sit within them enable transparency, speed, and significantly reduced costs than the financial system has been able to provide to date. So why is this important? You may be thinking that our payment systems work just fine today. And in many countries, they do. Real-time payments offer speed, and fintech solutions exist that reduce costs for services like wire payments. However, these all exist within closed-loop systems that are exclusive and proprietary, and they require accounts. And services like Venmo are domestic in their nature. Stablecoins backed by real-world assets like fiat reduce user friction, transaction time, and cost. In addition to offering slippage and liquidity protection for traders and investors during volatile periods within crypto capital markets, they can be sent and received by literally anyone, anywhere, anytime. And this becomes really significant when we consider how we live and work are rapidly changing. Gig workers and content creators around the world can now receive payments for their services in real time. Smaller value, large volume, mass payouts for services like app developers, royalties for musicians, and humanitarian aid can now be sent for fractions of their historical cost, with the added benefit of on-chain.
Okay, so I'll pause it right there. I know that she's using a lot of terminology. She's talking a little bit fast. She might be saying things you don't understand. The bottom line I want you to understand is that she says that you, whether it's whatever you do, content creator, app developers, you can be paid in real time. That means every single day, every single minute, every single hour, every single week. You don't have to wait for the banking system anymore through the utilization of, in this particular mentioned, stablecoins. Okay. Pay attention to that, because now when we roll over to what this gentleman says, and if you've watched the playlist on the yield playlist on CYPRX, It's starting to click for you. Okay. It's starting to click for you. What I'm saying is not a freaking lie, and that you should start earning yield on your digital assets. I cannot stress enough. Honestly, if you're not earning yield on your digital assets, you're not doing crypto right now. Be the type of person that's proactive, the type of person that takes advantage of information, knowledge, and education when it's there for you, and trust and believe in the CYPRX Well 28 Club. It is there for you. So check this out. Paying attention to what she just said, how you can get paid out in real time. This is a video breakdown from 2 months ago, only has 1,000 views. Okay. Tokenization for all. Why the future of financial markets is digital. Let's take a second and let's listen to what this individual has to say to reiterate back to what she just said about getting paid out every single day. Listen to this gentleman say that you can earn yield every single day, getting paid out every single day. Just take a second. This is mind-blowing info.
Money that you earn through your income from your employer, that money goes into a bank, right? And that takes time, and you usually receive it only twice a month. And then if you want to take that money and invest it in the stock market, you've got to, connect your account through Plaid or whatever interface they have, and then move that money, which, ACHs, and takes a day or two. And then you can trade it. And maybe there's even another day before you can trade it. So you're talking about, money coming in 2 days a month, taking, 1 to 3 days for you to take that money and then be able to invest it in the market. That's lost economic value, right? Those few days. Imagine if your income is streamed to you daily. Imagine that you can borrow against future income. Imagine that the second that you have money, you can go buy something with it. And the second you sell it, you can go buy something else. That your money is earning yield that entire time. And then, as Stacy said, imagine taking assets that are yield generating and being able to use those as payment and settlement for goods and services. We call this PayFi, and we really think this is the future of financialization.
Boom. We really think that this is the future of financialization. Talks about earning yield on your digital assets, getting paid out every single day, getting that money every single day, going and deploying into yield-bearing platforms and earning yield, and then using those yield-bearing assets, i.e. stable coins or cryptocurrencies that are earning you yield, for payments, right? That is happening right now. So I'm so excited about this stuff, and I'm so excited to show people that this information is readily available to everybody at our fingertips, because nobody's paying attention to this. And it's so motivating to get people stuck out of their old systemic ways of thinking, that you have to work hard for your money and you have to only get paid every 2 weeks. No, that's dead, people. Hodling, it's dead, people. Let's start moving along with the tides of the evolutionary process of the change of the financial system, and let's stop being stuck in our old ways. It's time to grow. It's time to expand. It's time to honestly start beating statistics. Most individuals out there in the world, I think it's like a statistic of over 50% Americans don't even have $1,000 to their name in savings, right? Or couldn't even pay $1,000 worth of an emergency expense. You can beat that average statistic through DeFi. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, again, go back, check out the Yield Platform playlist. Man, it's time to scale. It's time to educate. It's time to evolve. Let's get into one last video clip. We're going to listen to Jeremy Allaire. All right. And then we're going to roll into how this gentleman here, let's go into present, how the gentleman mentioned that a magnitude of financial institutions are going to onboard into the digital asset ecosystem over the next consecutive couple of months/years. He said soon, right? I'm assuming that means months/years. And I'm going to show you guys some ongoing developments that are happening on the forefront that have just recently taken place that are just going to bring so much money into this space. I don't even think people truly understand what is going to happen over the next consecutive couple of quarters. Like, it's going to be exponential what takes place. So let's just take a second. This is about a 2 to 3 minute long video clip, but listen to Jeremy Allaire. This is from 3 months ago, only has 709 views. So if you combine all the views of the videos that I just showed you guys, it's less than 3,000 views. That's insane. That proves to my point that nobody's paying attention to this information, considering that there are 560 active million crypto users right now, right? That's not even a percentage of that 560 million on paper. It's like 0.0000 some odd percent, right? So you guys are tapped into information that not a lot of people are paying attention to. Take advantage of that. Take action, all right? Listen to what Jeremy Allaire has to say here.
Faster acceleration adoption in EM, emerging markets, compared to the developed world?
So I guess my view is that we're really just in the early stages of the development of the internet financial system. And I'm
going to pause while he's talking. He said, we are in the early stages of development of the internet financial system. Okay, if that doesn't excite you, why are you even involved in crypto? I don't even understand. People, come on now. That is such a massive statement. And if you understand that, opportunity screams loud.
We're talking about today it's a tiny fraction of the current scale of the global financial system. But the internet financial system, I believe, ultimately will increase global economic output. We should see an acceleration in economic output in the world because of the internet financial system and what it allows for. So when you think about the market today, the market for existing forms of electronic money, just fiat electronic money is about $100 trillion. And so, clearly just stablecoins themselves have significant room to grow. But then the intermediation that goes on that's involved in actual economic output, so credit intermediation, time value of money intermediation. I think more and more of that will move into this on-chain world as well. But I don't think the right question is necessarily, is it emerging markets versus developed markets? Like, the internet is awesome in every country in the world. Okay, like internet communications platforms are awesome in every country in the world.
Yeah.
The web is awesome in every country in the world. Meaning these general purpose infrastructures achieve scale and they deliver 10x or 100x better utility than their predecessors. Like, there's a time when, oh yeah, I could make a free long distance telephone call in the United States. Well, why would I need voice over IP or whatever? Is that the point? Is that a model of money where the marginal cost of transacting goes to zero and where money itself becomes a programmable, composable form of data, an object on the internet, unlocks utility in a way that's never existed before. And that's going to be hugely valuable in the biggest capital markets in the world. It's going to be hugely valuable for the biggest corporations in the world, in developed markets, and it's going to be hugely valuable in international markets. That's not to say that there aren't going to be use cases that achieve scale first in certain places. So yes, we are seeing dramatic amounts of activity happening in cross-border applications of stablecoins today. That's like a very significant growth driver. But I think when you step back and you think about the building blocks of the internet financial system and what that represents, to me, that's global scale and will touch every major market.
But on this
global scale and will touch every single major market. Okay, like, people, it's time now to wake up. Stop thinking that this is dead. Stop thinking that crypto is a scam. Stop thinking that this is going to go away, and instead start thinking in terms of opportunity. Okay, so he mentioned stablecoins a couple different times, and we've been touching on the topic of earning yield on your digital assets. Now, let me just show you guys how massive and the masses are coming. Okay, they're making it easy for the masses to integrate into this digital asset ecosystem. And so right now, if you're ahead of the masses, it's time now to scale and grow and earn yield on your assets so you can buy more of these assets. Again, not financial advice, to each his own, do your own personal research on which ones to buy, but so that way you have more than the masses. Because when they come, these prices that we're seeing now, oh my goodness gracious, if you can't see it forward looking into the future, how massive this is going to be, I'm sorry, but you got to do more research. All right, so check this out. This is from the Digital Pound Foundation, and it goes on to say, this is, again, like I mentioned, August 15, 2024. Today, as of time of recording, is the 27th, so it's within the last 15 days, so it is fresh, it is new. Apple will soon allow developers to integrate NFC contactless transactions directly within their apps using the secure element independent of Apple Pay and wallets. Starting with iOS 18.1, this new capability will open avenues for cryptocurrency payments, digital IDs, and more within apps. You most likely watching this either know what an Apple device is or own one yourself. This advancement could pave the way for greater acceptance and use of cryptocurrencies and stablecoins in everyday transactions, signaling a major step forward for digital asset integration within mainstream mobile technology. Now, keep in mind, every single video breakdown that I just showed you is from the past. It's from within the last year, starting back from 10 months ago till about 4 months ago, till 7 months ago, till 3 months ago, till 2 months ago, right? And now we're seeing this is from this month. So we're seeing the developments unfold. What I'm also trying to get you guys to see is that these people are not lying. You can see it through the developments and the evolutionary process of these technological advancements, okay? So pay attention to detail. Now, at the same time, look at this fundamental piece, all right? This is from August 18th, 3 days after the partnership that took place and the announcement from the Digital Pound Foundation. Apple's partnership with Circle USDC could open $15.7 trillion in market valuation. All right. Now it says for Ethereum, but at the end of the day, I think it's going to be for the digital asset landscape across the board. It's not just going to be ETH. Circle's CEO, Jeremy Allaire, recently hinted at a transformative development in the digital payments following Apple's decision to open the iPhone's NFC payment functionality to third-party developers. Allaire hinted that Tap to pay payments using Circle's USDC stablecoins are coming soon. This is exponential, okay? It's exponential. And through the utilization of DeFi, like I mentioned to you guys, you can start earning yield on your digital assets. For example, I've gone over this platform in previous video breakdowns, right? How you can deposit a very small amount of money, earn yield on this money, right? So for example, right now on my current position actively on VFAT, it's not a lot of money in this specific platform, right? But still earning about $27 per day, okay? Taking that money, I could take this $31 that I've earned on this specific position right now, and I could roll that over into a platform or a DEX like Aerodrome. And on Aerodrome right now, you can earn 24% on stablecoins. That is insane. Right now, I have about $1,000 in this particular position. This is my test account, earning 24% on stablecoins. That is insane. Show me a financial institution, show me a traditional investment where you can earn 24% yield, let alone $30 a day per day on $3,000. Okay. And again, we have how-to video breakdowns on how to go about doing this, how to learn about these platforms, A to Z, what digital assets you need, what wallets you need, what DeFi even is, risk mitigation, so on and so forth, all on the CYPRX trading platform. Now is the time to learn, people, because if you're not learning, if you're not growing, if you're just stuck waiting around for some bull market cycle, you're not moving in tandem with the tides of this evolutionary transformation. So like I mentioned, this money that I'm earning right now, $30 a day, okay? If I don't want to earn yield on it, right? If I don't want to come over here and stick it into Aerodrome and start earning 24%, I could send it to my crypto.com wallet and I could use my Visa card and I could make payments right there on the spot, okay? On money that I'm earning yield on through stablecoins. When you understand the power of that, people, you stop being skeptical. You start looking forward towards opportunity in the future and understanding that this is all brand new. I get it. It's sketchy at the end of the day. It's something that you're going to need to brush up on, okay? But it is for a fact happening. Get involved now. I cannot stress enough. Assess your risk properly. Understand the environment that is unfolding right before our eyes. Wake your friends up, wake your family members up, tell them to come check out the CYPRX platform, tell them to come get involved with our private community, the CYPRX Wealth 28 Club, if you're already a member and you're benefiting from the information that we provide, which you will, okay? And let's grow, earn, and scale together, because now is the time. As always, make sure that you guys are doing your own personal research, assessing your own personal risk properly. Do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the platform if you're not already before you jump off of this YouTube video. And with that all in mind, I will see you guys in the next video breakdown.